Welcome to Sweet Annie's Life. My name is Annie, and if you are here for the first time, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today, I want to look at a very special recipe to me. It's an updated recipe, but before we do that, how have your week been so far? Have you been having a good week? If you have, cheer. The recipe that we want to look at today is an updated version of my Bajan seasoning. I ran out of my seasoning about 2 weeks ago, and I refuse to make any until I can bring y'all in the kitchen with me. So welcome to my kitchen, because this is In the Kitchen with Annie. This channel deals with testimonies, faith, lifestyles in general, and a multitude of things, because it deals with hair, it deals with skin, because my skin has always been a problem, and my hair, I did the big chop a couple of years ago, so I have been I've been doing a multitude of things. So I wanted this channel to be based on not just one thing, but several things, because it is Sweet Annie's life. So today, as I said, we are going to be looking at an updated version of my Bajan seasoning. Last time, I brought my daughter in the kitchen with me, and she was making the seasoning with me. But today, let's look at all the ingredients. I didn't cut up anything yet, because I wanted to show you the ingredients in the whole form. So this is my echallots, or what people call green onions. Then I'm gonna be putting some celery in it today. So all these things are washed and cleaned. And this is my parsley. This is my peppers. And all right, so I have 6 large onions here. These echallots were 3 bundles. I have 4 celery sticks, and then this is just a bunch of parsley that I will eyeball and see what I'm going to put in. And these are 3 peppers. Then I have some sweet peppers here, which is only like half of the sweet pepper, because sweet pepper, I don't use that much sweet pepper because I'm allergic to it. Then I have some parsley and some oregano here. Then my ginger and garlic. So that is like 1.5 pods of garlic, and just probably a finger size of the ginger. This is a mixture that I have here of white vinegar, distilled water, some apple cider vinegar, and some lemon, and I already squeezed 2 lemons in there, so the other one was just this is just a mixture I have of brown sugar, spice, a little bit of clove, and some salt. I mix those together, and that is my mixture for that. Later I will show you, when we finish mix up everything, I would show you how I'm going to mix the other things in. So right now I'm going to cut up these things off camera. I have cut up all my stuff, This is the parsley, the eschalots, and the celery, and the thyme, and the oregano in there. And this is my onions. And I also have some ground rosemary that I will be putting in, some cumin that I will be putting in, and a little bit of mustard powder I will be putting in. Now this is some dried curry leaves and dried basil that I am going to put in the small mixer to get it finer because they're dried. I don't know how much of you follow me on Instagram, but you would have seen me drying my basil. I don't have one of those things that would dry it, so I dried it myself. And that is some basil and then some curry leaves. And if y'all hear me sniffling, it's because onions make you cry, and it also makes you sniffle. So the onions have me a little bit. So excuse the sniffling if you hear me sniffling. Oh, that I forgot to say. Let's go get liver. All right. So I have made the curry leaves and the basil into a powder, and I'll just pour it in there because it has to go in there anyway. What I also wanted to do is to make my, let me get some gloves, because what I also wanted to do was to, I have my food processor there. I hope it works for me today, because last time I was doing my pepper sauce, it was giving me trouble. It didn't work very well, but I haven't gotten a chance to buy any yet. So I'm going to mix my garlic and my ginger separate for now. All right. All right, I put little water. So I'm going to put some of the liquid with it, so to help it to mix. All right, this is all done. So I'm going to throw this in. Then I am going to also mix the peppers separate. And I'm going to mix and I'm doing this because I don't know how the food processor is going to mix it. So I don't want any like big chunks. All right. Although I love to see my chunks of pepper. All right, let's start to mix our seasoning. So we're gonna put it in, oops, sorry, making a mess. My workstation is very small, so the other side would have been smaller. So we're gonna put some seasoning in it as well. Yeah, everything in. Yeah. Little bit of liquid, not a lot, because You don't need a lot for this. So we're just gonna pulse it to start out. And I'm going to mix this off camera. So I am on my last batch. So I wanted to do this one with you. I'm going to put in my onions. And as I said, this is my last batch. So, yeah, everything looks messy, but when you make it seasoning, it's be messy like this. My gran, I told y'all this before, but these recipes came straight down through the you know, through my heritage. They made everything, and this is a little bit more of the liquid that I had to mix. So I'm going to just squeeze a half of an onion in it now, because I put the white vinegar and stuff. I don't like too much vinegar because I don't like it to be too acid. But I'm just using this to help it out. So, and that's why I mixed it with water as well. And I am going to put in my sugar mixture right inside here because I want it to mix up all together. Then after, I'm going to taste it. Now this is all done, and this is how I like it, like a little chunky. That's why I do it in the food processor, not the blender. I know there are some people that do it in the blender, but to me, when it is done in the blender, it gets too mushy and everything, and it doesn't look very nice. It might taste nice, but it doesn't look very nice. It doesn't look very appealing. So this is the way how I like it. Now the other additional things that I am going to add in, I'm going to add in a little bit. I still have some more of the sugar mixture there, but I'm going to add in a little bit of the mustard powder. Then I have my measuring spoons here, so I am going to, this is a quarter tablespoon. So I'm going to add, this is some cumin that I'm adding in here. And then I am going to add some rosemary powder. Sometimes what I normally do is I would normally put like pineapple or apple or something in it, but I didn't do that today. I just used the celery today. I think the last recipe that I made, I put apple in it because the apple, you know, gives it a nice texture, a nice flavor, everything. So I put in those things. What I am going to do, I am going to divide this mixture in two. And the reason I am going to divide it in two is because I am going to leave one for curry and one for regular meat. Oh, something that I forgot as well. Let me get my measuring spoon. Is I'm putting in some moringa. We all know how good moringa is for you, and I'm putting in some moringa today. So I put 2 tablespoons of moringa. I use the leaves and not the powder. When I put it in the other containers, you will see how it looks. So I am going to just divide it in 2 now. Some there, and then some here. Exactly half. Oh, the onions still have me. But I hope that y'all are enjoying this. But if you enjoyed this recipe, you can please, oh, I forgot, a little bit of oil, and I'm using grapeseed oil, so I'm just putting a little bit of oil in it, and the oil just keeps it. I just use, so in one of them I am going to put some more curry. So that one is going to be for curry, like if I'm making curry, and the other one is just going to be regular. So, and I put in, this is 2 tablespoons of turmeric. And this is the, let me move these so that you can see. I hope that you can see. This is the curry one. For those of you that know me would know that I don't really like plastic. All right, so this is the one for my curry. See, it's nice and yellow. Like I will season up my meat with that one. And this one is going to be for my regular, and I will be putting paprika in this one. And this is just the way that I do it. You can do it your own way. You can put what you want in it, even after you make it and you put it on your meat or whatever. You can put whatever you want in it. You can put some all-purpose seasoning if you want. You can put whatever you want in it after, but for now this is same. And if you look at it, you will see the difference in the colors, because before I made a dry seasoning for you with I know it might be a little bit more talking, but I did a dry seasoning for you for curry and also one for the regular. So now this is all done. So I'm going to give them a taste test now. I love to do this, so I'm just tasting the water. It tastes good, but I'm wondering if I should put in a little bit more salt. But the salt that I use is sea salt, and I'm just gonna put in a little bit. I have some in here. Just gonna put in a little bit because, as my gran used to say, you could put in, but you can't take out. So, you know, put in a little bit at a time, because you could put in, but you cannot take out. because if it gets too salty, that would be it. And I just put in a little bit more salt because, and it wasn't quite peppery enough for me, although I used those peppers, those habanero peppers. So what I'm going to do is put in a little bit of cayenne pepper to make it a little bit more spicy. It's not spicy enough for me, but as there's some people that don't like, you know, pepper. And if you don't like pepper, you can make it to your taste. But once again, I hope that you are enjoying this recipe. It is always a technique to these things. People see them, but for me, it does be a technique because you just want it just right. All right, so let me taste it now with the pepper and a little bit of salt. And however it is now, it will be. But I am going, wow, it now have that kick. Yep, just good enough. So I'm using my, this is a measuring cup, but I'm using my measuring cup to just scoop in my seasonings now. So I am going to finish bottle these off. All right, family, our seasonings are finished. And this is the one for curry. And this is the one for ordinary meat. So our seasonings are all done. I am so happy and so proud because I ran out and I really wanted to make it with you. So we have our seasonings now, and this is gonna last me another couple of months, and then we'll make it again. Well, not on camera, but we will be making seasoning again. So family, I hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and I know it was a little longer than normal, but there was a lot involved. So I hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, if you would please just give me a like, a share, a subscribe, so that we could do more recipes like this, because I realize that my subscribers like In the Kitchen with Annie, and I don't have a problem bringing In the Kitchen with Annie to you at all, because this is a joy for me. And as my sign said, everything made with love. So everything in this kitchen is made with love, because that's what I tell y'all all the time. Spread the love. And I want to ask you to have a great week. Thank all my subscribers, and I want to thank all my new subscribers. And I hope that you will share this recipe with your family and friends. Thank you so much.